My beautiful collective gang. I know you're like, girl, don't collective gang. Where you been? What's up, y'all? Hey. It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my collective. What's up, y'all? I hope you're doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides, come on through. Come on through, give us what we need to know. This could be for absolutely any zodiac sign, okay? As a matter of fact, the roll call is down below in the comment section. Let me know what sign you're representing. Happy birthday to all the Aries out there. Turn the fuck up, okay? It is y'all's season. All right. Also, click that like button, guys, as well as the subscribe button. Don't force anything to fit, and feel free to switch the storylines around if you see fit, right? If it sounds like I'm talking about your person, then so be it, and vice versa. Whoosh! Now, here's what I'm gonna say. If you think this person was playing in your motherfucking face, then you're right. Okay? We can just start and end it right there, for real, if you want to. You know, if you really want to. Okay. I feel as though this is somebody who definitely banked on your nonchalance, okay? They could have put a little bit too much confidence in sort of your demeanor, you guys, okay? So I feel like you were a little bit indifferent. You were kind of seeing where things were gonna go, right? Like you were just letting it play out, you know what I mean? You weren't trying to force it to get anywhere in particular. You weren't trying to force this person to be something that they're not. You weren't trying to force this connection to be something that it's not. You were not gonna do it. But yet and still, I do feel as though there were some sentiments that this person was getting from you that suggested that they could play. You know what I'm saying? That it was playtime, that it was recess. That is now changing, I feel, okay? The you never know card for me is signifying that this person is really trying to talk themselves into trying to fix this. Okay, if you are not in complete separation from this person, then they are thinking that they have a good chance of doing this, right? Do they want to do the work in order to get there? No. And this is why I'm like, if you thought they was playing in your face, you motherfucking right. You're right. This is somebody who thought you were on a clearance rack, babe. Like, you know, like they're really trying to get something for nothing. And instead they got silence, okay? Can't find you. They cannot find you. So either they are literally not able to get a hold of you, one, or you're there, but you're not there. Okay, this is somebody who feels like you're turning the tables on them, but I feel like they really turned the tables on themselves. Okay, they should have really taken from your disposition that this could go either way. You weren't pressed. You know what I mean? You were not pressed to make this something that it's not. Yet I feel like they still tricked themselves into believing that they meant more to you than what they actually did. So when they did start to play games, you got the fuck out of Dodge. That's what I feel, you guys. Or you just pulled back heavily. GPS needed stat. They want to know where you are. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know who you're doing. They want to know if you still have hope, right? You never know. They want to know if you still care. Right? That they're not doing anything, that they're not trying to make it work, that they have not worked it out within themselves. For some of you, this work card, all three of these mean something different. They need to work on themselves. They need to work on their maturity. They need to work on their money. They need to work on their motherfucking body. They need to work on their brain, their heart, their spirituality, right? Their soul, bitch. They need to work out some things. So that's what really gives me the energy that this person placed themselves on a pedestal. You really weren't seeing them like that. I feel like you were giving this person the benefit of the doubt. You were being nice. You were being nice and they still played in your face. It's just ridiculous. I'm going to try to go lenient on this person, but it's just like, babe, you made this bed. What are you really wanting from the collective at this point? What are you needing? You're like, I don't give a damn what she needs. Empress, I don't give a fizzity fuck what he need. They're the ones who use the term need. You never know. So this is the type of person who likes to play on let it go with the flow, right? You got to give it time. You have to give someone time to change. All of those things, right? False hope. Now, can I keep it real? Can I keep it real, y'all? There was something within you that made this person believe you were falling for it. Now, you could have just been playing in their face too, right? Like, you want to play, I can play too, bitch. I invented reset. So, if you want to play, I can play too. Okay? I invented the game. Let's go. Let's go, right? But dare I say, for some of you, you may have had a little glimmer of hope, right? I feel like this person had a way about them that was either attractive or it made you want to believe some of the things that they were saying, right? Don't beat yourself up for that. That's done by design. You eventually got it, right? So I feel like, you know, of course, tarot is fluid, guys, right? So this could either be unfolding now or it could be something predictive of the future. I feel as though at some point this person is understanding that what they thought would work on you is not working. And the fact that they really kind of gave themselves so much credit for the work that they didn't do and really tried to wrap into what they feel they fed you, right? I feel like they fed you false hopes. They may have fed you a few lies. They may have fed you a little bit of razzle dazzle. They kind of placed all their bets on that. And now they can't find you. What does that even mean? So did you block them? Did you just like disappear? Are you missing in action? They could also be the ones who want to know where things are going now, where from the beginning they wanted to keep it kind of vague, but now they've grown feelings, right? So that's also a thing that it could have flipped. You could have flipped and reversed it on this person. You were the one who was trying to of course, get to know them, and you saw potential at some point, and it's like, so where are we going with this, right? Like, what are we? The what are we conversation, they bounced it back on you. Like, you never know, you know, like, let's just kind of go with the flow. Let's work on things. You could just pour into me, pour into me, pour into me, pour into me, and we still get nowhere. Okay? They set up a nice amusement park for you. You're like, girl, what you talking about? Amusement park. Yeah, a merry-go-round, right? It's a mode of transportation, but it doesn't really move. You don't really get anywhere, okay? On the Ferris wheel, bitch. You don't, okay? Get some good scenery. Maybe they're good. Maybe they're a looker, you know? They're nice to look at. They might be eye candy, or they at least deem themselves to be. Maybe that's what they go off of, right? That's something that they have to offer. But will it actually sustain things? Will it actually allow you to evolve, grow, mature, build? Yeah, no, right? This could also be somebody who knows this about themselves, but they also try to get people to believe that eventually it will happen. Eventually it will change. Eventually we'll get to our destination. Just put it in the GPS. Where do you want to go? Okay, well, I want marriage. All right, well, now you just got to work for it. And you notice that you've been working for what, 5 motherfucking years? Okay, or however long it's been. Some of you tapped out way sooner than even a year. It's just like, yeah, I'm not pouring into this anymore. I'm not getting any return on my investment. I'm not getting anything back. We're still in the same positioning. You're still playing in my face. They could have actually done something that made you have an aha moment, like an epiphany, right? I can't deal with this. A wow moment, like, wow, you really are not who I thought you were. Potentially had on those rose-colored glasses and you took them off and you're like, this is a fucking clown. I saw a meme like that, you know? All of a sudden they turned into a clown. You thought it was a bad bitch. It's a whole clown out there, bitch. So we have flatline, okay? That's at the center of the reading. So there's some, yeah, so that's what I'm feeling, right? This GPS needed stat is really a loss in interest. It could also be a loss in emotional attachment, a loss in getting a rise out of you, a loss in desire to understand them anymore. There was something that you were giving to this, guys, okay? We're just gonna have to call a thing that you're no longer giving, and they are noticing that change. And I feel like that change is what has shifted them. Now they're in the position of wanting to know, well, where do we go from here? Or is this really dead, right? Wanting to have a conversation about what happened. This also says conversation went dead. So maybe you ghosted this person, or you just left them hanging, left them on red. Okay, they tried to play in your face. So they could have asked you a question and it's just like, wow, you know, we have gotten nowhere. It was an aha moment and you just kind of left it right there. You let it flatline. You never know. Okay, so they were wanting me to focus on this person's energy at this time, right? So definitely honor how you're feeling based on how this person is viewing things. They are trying to comprehend where they went wrong, right? Even though you may have made it very clear, very plain for them, they're still trying to figure it out. And they're also believing that there's a chance, right? Like, or they're at least trying to tell themselves that, okay? A mood. This is somebody who feels like you're being unreasonable. The two of you have developed feelings for one another, so there should be a conversation. We need to continue this conversation. They may even try to be a little bit, or they may want you to be empathetic. This is also someone who may try to put on a different mask. If you yourself have determined in your mind that this is somebody who was someone that you did, you know, it's like, you're not who I thought you were. They may try to put on a more relatable mask. But that's only for a small portion of you. I feel as though this person is actually really frightened by what they're feeling. They could actually have developed feelings for you, right? Like the feelings are actually real. They could have been putting on a front initially, but now it's real, right? Like, or they're noticing that it's real now that you are not now that you've lost interest. It's piqued their interest, or it's allowing them to see what's really real. Wow, keep it 100. So this person showed their true selves. Okay, guys, don't beat me up. Don't beat me up. I gotta say this though. Dare I say their true selves might have been there the whole time, y'all? Okay, don't beat yourself up. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes you just, you know, if they're fine enough, okay, if they're checking multiple boxes, right? They're smart. They are charismatic. They, you know, have X, Y, and Z going for them. Fill in the blank, whatever that might be. Sometimes we might want it to be something that it's not. We may want to see something that's not actually there. Because what I'm hearing when this card pops up is, yeah, you got wowed. They kind of showed their hand. They showed you who they are, right? You were able to really understand who this person was. Something happened here with this work card in the reverse. They either said something, they did something, you had an epiphany. Okay, and you could feel like that shit hit you out of nowhere. But what Spirit is saying is it didn't really, okay? Their true self was always there. Yes, they had slight hidden motives. But there was something else that was a little bit more relatable to you. Something that this person had that you really wanted or you desired, right? You wanted it to be true, guys. Okay, so we're just going to call a spade a spade. Love ya bunches, but that's the truth. Okay, or that's someone's truth is what I should say. Of course, take everything with your intuition, your intuitive guidance, okay? And don't force anything to fit. This person is now being honest with themselves, right? About what has transpired and what it is that they feel. Now, they do feel that you've lost interest in them and that the potential to resurrect this is what they're calling it. So they do feel like the relationship is dead, or the relationship that the two of you once had is dead. That does signify to me, whether you believe it or not, that they've had some form of an epiphany themselves. Though the two of you could have had an epiphany simultaneously, okay? The connection is lost, but whilst losing the connection, the two of you are finding something more deeper within yourselves, okay? So there's an awakening that has happened between the both of you. And I feel like if you haven't been speaking to one another, then you think they're not affected and they think you're not affected. And what Spirit is saying, well, you never know. Does that mean that this can actually work out, or there's a potential to resurrect this, right? They want to. That doesn't mean that it's possible, however, okay? So I do feel this person is thinking about contacting you. Of course they are. Of course they are, right? But then there's also this truth that they're telling themselves about themselves, right? About the work that they've refused to do. No matter how old they are, there's something about this person that came to your attention. It could be something that you thought was just a one-off situation. It could be like a characteristic of theirs, a personality trait. It could be multiple things about this individual, right? That I feel like you got a red flag of it initially, okay? But it wasn't ringing like an alarm when you decided to remove yourself, okay? Disappear. I'm hearing you in another galaxy, bitch. They can't even find you on the earth. That is also something that this person is recognizing within themselves, you guys. And it's not that they didn't know it was there. They were just being dishonest with themselves about that, right? It could be a very toxic trait of theirs that's always worked for them, actually, okay? But they're only now recognizing that it's problematic because, yes, they have feelings for you. And now there's a danger, right, of the feelings being attached to them and you no longer being there, though, right? So there's an attachment to a person, but the person is not actually there. In fact, the phrase that I'm hearing is like, it feels like mourning a death, but they're still alive. So we haven't even asked the question of transformation or if that has happened, but all the energies suggest it has, right? This is this person's motives. This is their mask. This is their behavior, their habits, like catching up to them finally. So they could have really been a mess, this one, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. This person could really have been a piece of work, right? Not just with you, okay? We have work. That could be 3+ relationships, very long-term relationships, where they definitely fed a fantasy, okay? And what happens is, yes, people initially believe the fantasy, including yourself. Let's call the thing I love you, but yeah, you too. You got them, okay? You got them by the balls. That's what I just heard. You like, Empress, she ain't even got no balls. I'm just saying. Okay, all jokes aside, right? This person can't even deal with themselves right now. They may definitely be going through a bit of, I won't even say that they're at the point of spiritual awakening just yet, even though it's right there. It's on the brink, right? There are levels to this, right? So we first have addressing your ego and whether you're going to kill that shit or not. Death of the ego is the open door to transformation and a spiritual awakening. It's been working for them all this time. That's something hard to release and let go of. However, this is being posed as a relationship or a connection, like one of the first that they are not able to let go of for the sake of holding on to their old patterns, right? Because they give me the type of energy that it is what it is, right? Take me as I am. I am who I am. They're normally able to detach, right? They're very good at detachment. But this is a spiritual connection. So yeah, sure. You can detach from the physical body, but those emotions, bitch, yeah, they stay here. Okay? They are wrapped up. That's why I heard you got them by the balls. Whether they have them or not, that's the phrase. That is the phrase that they're using. They don't understand. They want to understand what is happening. And I feel like this is somebody who is a little bit too logical, right? Because when it comes to spirituality, it's not always logical, babe. Okay? When it comes to love, it's not always logical. The reason why you are trying to theorize this is because you want to try to attempt to keep your old patterns. I see you, bitch. I see you. Why you want to understand so bad? It is what it is, okay? You never wanted people to understand what the fuck you had going on. It's just that the collective caught your ass by the cojones, okay? Pulled your card. No pun intended. It's forcing them to be honest with themselves. It's forcing them to look in the mirror, not as the person that they painted themselves to be, but the actual version of themselves. And it is because they have fallen in love. I'm sorry. I know you like, God damn it, Empress, you use that damn L word. I'm sorry. It's a tower. Okay? This is an unprovoked and unbelievable change for them. It is provoked, but for them, they feel like this is unprovoked. This is also why they don't fucking understand. They don't understand it. They may have tried to hop on another D. They may have tried to hop up under another poom poom. They may have tried to date multiple people. They've been trying to find the old self. This old self is dead, baby. Dead and gone, honey. Using love, nah. Or you've had a taste of the purity of what love could be, right? I will say this is not an infatuation, guys, okay? The struggle is real for sure. Not that you should care, but this is what's happening and this is who's showing up. And we are upon a pre-shadow for a retrograde, okay? Okay, pumpkin? So they're not as detached as you think they are. And they may be on their way in, okay? For somebody who tried to keep this motherfucking relationship on a Ferris wheel going nowhere, they sure are trying to find a mode of transportation to get to you, but they can't find you. They keep just saying that. They cannot find you. So this is also someone who suspected that you would have been attached to them no matter what. No matter whether they did it or not, okay? And depending on how long you were with this person, the more they believed that. So you being the catalyst to this tower, this ego death, is unbelievable to them, okay? They cannot understand it. And I don't like the reasoning for them trying to understand what's going on. It doesn't feel as if they're trying to get to the root of their issue. It feels like they're trying to get to the root of you making this an issue. And I don't like that. Yeah. Okay. The Ace of Swords is about trying to gain some mental clarity. There's a sword right in the fucking middle. So I feel like you cut this very smooth and they never saw it coming. I would love to know if the two of you had expressed love to one another before. Had you ever said the phrase, I love you, you know, you're my person, I want to be with you. Even if those words were not expressed directly, did you take them back multiple times? Were they given multiple opportunities to fuck up? Because all that would be where their confusion is coming from, and it will also be where the blindsiding is coming from, right? So this person does feel like you've betrayed this relationship, right? You said you would give me time. You said we will work it out. You said that, you know, we could kind of go slow. We could go with the flow. You said that we can go at my own pace. You said that you wasn't mad about that no more. You said that that was okay. I told you I wouldn't do it anymore. And why is this now flatlining? Why am I not able to find you, contact you, talk to you, love you, have you? What is going on here? It is because of an epiphany that you're either going to have or you did have. It could happen in the midst of a conversation. They say something that makes you see them very clearly. And it's like, this motherfucker is never going to change. Oh my gosh. I wasted however much time you were with this person. And it doesn't even matter if it was just a month. Your time is valuable, right? You don't get that shit back. I could make 100, 1,000, a stack, 50, bands on racks. I can make the money back. The time, bitch, you don't get that back. So there could be a little bit of disappointment within yourself. This can't even is like shaking your head. Like, I don't even know what to say or do with this anymore. I'm going to tap out. Did they suspect that you would tap out? No. No. We have the Hangman crossing the moon card. So for me, that's this person recognizing you. This is how they recognize you, as somebody who would hold on to them, as somebody who would hang on, as someone who would allow them to take their time, as someone who would pause the work that needs to be done, pause the things that need to be done, someone that would accept half-ass answers, somebody who would accept omission, someone who would sacrifice and surrender themselves, their own happiness, their own desires, their own needs, their own wants for the sake of holding on to what exactly? That could be the epiphany that you had. And none of that has to be true, but this is the way that they envisioned you. And maybe that's what you saw, right? It's something that they said or something that they do that they think is okay. Something to that effect. It's a specific action or conversation that you have with this person, and it is a great epiphany for you. It's painful. Okay. We have the Tower right next to the can't even card. So it will hit you by surprise as well. But I do see you changing yourself. Unavoidable change. With the Tower card, right? It could even be you recognizing that this is a false foundation. I can't continue on this way. This is not how I envisioned life being with my partner, with my soulmate. I can't see a future with you. You want me to sacrifice too much. You want me to sacrifice all the time. This was definitely a test for you. A karmic lesson is what the Judgment is about, okay? And it's also about spiritual awakening. So I feel like you both are awakening at the same time. Now, this person is still readily focused on you because of the intensity of the connection and the level of this connection spiritually, okay? I don't get that this is a karmic soulmate, even though for some of you it could be. It is definitely a connection that is spiritually contractual. It had to happen. It happened for a reason, and it's happening now so that then both of you can make necessary decisions and do the necessary work to get where you actually are supposed to go, right? Your true north, your true self, your true relationship, your true victory, right? Garnering the wisdom, healing from the bullshit, and no longer lying to yourself. The Ace of Swords is all about the truth. So you're not going to let them lie to you anymore. You're not going to lie to yourself anymore. You're not going to lie to other people anymore. You're not going to lie about what you want anymore. You're not going to lie and say shit is okay anymore. You're not going to accept illusions because illusions are lies. The fuck? And again, they're stressing the longer that you have been with this person, or the number of cycles, the more cycles that it has been, right? On and off, inconsistent, right? Trying to figure out, you would have, for some of you, right? Like, that's not all of you. That was your true self talking to you. You may have broken up with this person multiple times, or heard it, right? Got a download in the middle of the day, just randomly, like, I'm not fucking with her no more. I'm not about to fuck with him no more. Like, I'm about to just cut this off, right? I'm about to go missing. And then they come in and they say something sweet, or they do something sweet, or they do something to kind of subside, you know, what's been hidden this whole time in plain sight is what they're saying. Hidden in plain sight. So it is a cause for the both of you to take accountability. Is this person taking accountability just yet? I don't know about that one, y'all. I don't. I feel like they're really struggling with the idea of being attached to someone that is no longer attached to them, seemingly. Okay, because that's going to be different for all of you, whether you have detached from this person or not. And don't lie to yourself, right? Because lying to yourself is a surefire way to get yourself in some bullshit. Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Don't lie and say you're over this. Find yourself in a conversation with them and then right back where y'all, you know, started. Picking up where you left off type shit. When Spirit is like, I thought you said you was over them. I wouldn't even sit them over there if you was really over them. You like, you're supposed to know me better than I know myself. No, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. You need to keep it a buck with yourself. Your victory lies within the truth. Okay, seeing the truth about other people and the truth about yourself. Everybody is looking at a mirror, right? Because so while we can say that this person was trying to get over, that this person was doing shit, you know, hiding shit, lying about shit, we can also say that we accepted that, right? Come on now. That's the only way we grow. That's the only way we're going to be able to move forward. And I do see a victory coming for you in the near future here, okay? So you have some beautiful things to get ready for and be in store for, and you needed to awaken to this because we can't be accepting the same shit over and over and over, right? There needs to be a releasing of old patterns. There needs to be possibly a tweaking, a recollaboration of what your type is. Are we accepting one part of our type and then negating the rest of that shit just so we can have that one part of our type? Nah. They need a whole list and need to be detailed out this bitch. You are in transition. Now, does that mean that this is over? Not necessarily, right? It's going to be different for all of you, as tarot always is. And it's also going to be determined by this person's ability to rightfully accept this change. It is destructive to their nature. It's destructive to who they believe themselves to be. But we know that they've been faking it, right? They've been allowed to fake it. You're not the first person that they have shown up as this character to, you guys, okay? They've been allowed to be this. So that takes time. I'm just going to say that, right? That is something that would take time to shake. Old habits die hard. I saw the Temperance at the bottom of the deck. So that definitely signifies to me to have patience with yourself and understanding who you are now, right? Not beating yourself up over poor judgment, perhaps. Okay, and also recognizing where it is that you want to go. They're going to be bringing some very solid prospects into your life with the Page of Pentacles. Is that to say that this person won't be one of them? Well, we'll just have to see about that, right? See lots of earth energy here. So this is about stability. This is about security. This is about telling the truth. This is about somebody you can bet on, something that you can really, place your bets on, right? Trustworthy. Pentacles are nothing to bat an eye at, okay? There's a strength in this showing up as one of the signifiers of what the future holds, but it will require careful planning in reference to your own healing process. Now, in terms of this person, they are down bad. Down bad, bitch. For now. We'll have to look into the extended to see if this has led to their dark night of the soul. They have to willingly accept that, right? The death of that ego. They have to give it up willingly. We all have free will here, y'all. Okay, so this is the worst that it has gotten for them. They are viewing you as the catalyst to this. And I'm wondering when this communication is coming in. Now, hopefully, they're going to allow this change, this shift, this transformation to happen, this metamorphosis to happen first before they try to communicate with you. But again, we're human, right? We're living a human experience. And this person hasn't been perfect. Nobody is, but shit, this has not been perfect. Okay? I'm definitely wanting to know when they do communicate what their motives are, right? If they've transformed, then we're good. We're cool. But if they haven't, then what are you doing here? Well, what do you want? What an action-packed reading. Okay, we're going to head over to the extended. I do want to know what their hopes and fears of the future are for this connection. Okay, the fears more specifically will let us know if they are just fear-mongering, right? If they're desperate to kind of try and fix this out of fear, or if they actually have changed and recognize the things within them that need to be done, right? In order to be on the same frequency level. I do see you moving on to a new cycle. So you would literally have to walk backwards to be with this person if they have not transformed. But we will look at all of that in the extended. I want to know what kind of karma they got knocking at their motherfucking doorstep. I see the Nine of Swords. Okay, it's anxiety, that's fear, that's nightmares. Those are all the things that are going to get you to come into your actualized true self. No more lying. Have they been seeing others? Now, I did hear that, right? I just want to double check. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be important because hopping up on more D, hopping up in other pom-poms is energetic exchanges. And if they're coming back towards you, I'm not saying you're going to be a fool. I'm not saying that. I ain't saying that, but we got to keep it real, right? We got to keep it real, guys, right? If you've had any kind of emotional connection to this person, maybe that day your body is calling. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is telling you no, but your body is saying yes. And they would have already had some energetic exchanges with other people. Dangerous territory. So I just want to kind of see so you could be prepared for that. I also want to know, do they desire to work this out? Have they transformed, and what does that exactly look like? Let's see what they're willing to do to get you back and what their purest intentions are in that. Okay? The intentions, more specifically, will let us know if they're coming back to try and save themselves, or if they're coming back as a new actualized higher frequency version of themselves that has realized the love for you. Okay. I also want to know, how does this turn out? Okay. Inevitably, where is this going? Is this going into a potential union, or is separation the only way? Right? Is it an inevitable separation for now? We'll look at some time frames, and I'll also delve into new love. Let's see who's coming in after you have fully healed. Yes? I want to get some advice on your healing process, preparation for your forward movement. Okay, let's see how they advise you do that. And then we'll look to see who's coming in after you have fully healed from this. Okay, I'll get some advice, and we'll look at some time frames, like I said, okay, of the old person coming in and the new person coming in. So without further ado, click the like button as well as the subscribe button, okay, and the notification bell. I'm hopping over to the extended where we will look at all of those things, and I'm going to put that link down below in the description box. I'm going to see y'all over there. Let's go.